again, baby, can we pause? Listen again, baby, let's get lost. This world ain't always for you. I see what you going through. I know it's hard. You carry most of the weight. I wanna give and not take. I know it's hard on you.
What's going on, you guys? I am back with another video. I am Shadi Janine if you are new here, and today I have my beautiful best friend with me.
Hello, I am Ari.
And so you guys, today we are doing a nice little couch sit down, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a nice little couch talk.
Yes.
And we are going to be giving some advice today. So we actually was on TikTok one of these nights, I don't remember.
Just share it up.
Exactly. She was on TikTok, and so we said, hey y'all, if y'all ever want advice from us, because I mean, like, who wouldn't want advice from us? You know what I'm saying? I think we give pretty good sound advice. You know what I'm saying? So we asked them and we said, hey, just shoot us a DM. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know what y'all want advice on. So someone actually ended up DMing me. Ooh. And I want to talk about it today because I think that it'll be a really good breakdown.
Okay.
So
give it to me.
I'm gonna go on my DM, y'all.
Okay.
And we gonna check it out.
I'm excited.
So I'm gonna like just, cause it's a long message, but I read it through. I'm gonna just sum it up. So basically, you guys, she is, I don't know her age. She didn't say her age, but she's going through a divorce. Okay. So yes, we send you all the love. She's going through a divorce. She has children, and so as she's going through this divorce, obviously divorce is expensive.
Yeah.
And so she basically was breaking down that she is a churchgoer. So she's a consistent churchgoer. She goes to church. She believes in God. All those great things.
Amen. Okay.
So she was saying that her and her now going through ex-husband, you know, have split. So she moved out of the house and everything. So now she's on her own with these children, okay? And she's basically saying that once she moved, once she got settled in, and you know, she's just living life, God basically told her to stop working. So, but
oh shoot.
So listen, y'all. The job that she has, she's an attorney.
Oh,
so God is saying, stop taking clients, stop working, and just trust him. So, mind you, back to the divorce part. She, you know what I'm saying, going through divorce, it's expensive. Not only is it expensive, you got new bills.
You got kids.
You got kids.
Because she living on her own, so you ain't splitting, or if he was taking care of the bills, you doing it. Oh,
so now her question is, how do I get through this time just fully trusting God? Like, I already believe in God, but I need advice on what do I do throughout this process. Because do I just, you know what I'm saying, go with what it is that I heard? Because she feels as though, is this what God really said, or am I just
going through like a divorce? Like, am I just going through the motion?
Yeah. And am I hearing clearly? So she wants advice from us for that. What would you tell her to do during a time where it's like, obviously you love the Lord, you believe in the Lord, and you're going through your emotions? Is this really God speaking to you, or are you just having a mental breakdown?
I very much could be having a mental breakdown, but I feel like it always gets tricky. It always gets tricky when the Lord is involved. Yeah. And when I say tricky, I don't mean like he's a complicated person. I'm saying it gets tricky because we start playing tricks on ourselves, and if we're really hearing from God, because this don't make no sense. God know I got these bills. He see these kids. And a lot of things to us don't be making sense, but God is thinking like 10 steps ahead, even though we got problems now. So I would say the very first step, I would definitely say, from, you know, sister to sister, friend to friend, I would say most importantly, I would do a fast. I would do like a fast where I literally wanted to, like, I would cancel out all distractions, all noise, anything extra. I would go on this fast, ask him for the length, the time, and the specifics to pray on, and or you know, the specifics would be clarity. And in that time, I will be asking him for specific signs, details on if this is the right now, because sometimes God can say stop something, but you know this is your last 2 weeks, put it in, and now you do have enough to hold you over. And so sometimes we'll get a message from God and do it immediately. And I know from experience, I'll get something from God and I'll do it immediately and not ask him when, where, what, and how, and next thing you know, chaos. And then I'm blaming God further away from God, and it goes into the cycle, and he like, well, you didn't get the details from me. You got this message and you ran with it because it felt like this, but you didn't really come to me for the confirmation and the clarity. So I would say a fast would definitely give you that clear confirmation that you need, and give you the dates. Like he literally is a guy who will give you the dates. He will give you the time, the hour, and everything. So I would just go to God, ask him for a fast, and then do the fast, complete it wholeheartedly with expectancy, and then after that get that confirmation that you need on how to proceed with that information.
I love that. I think that is absolutely sound advice. And I think it's profound because people wouldn't think to do, oh, let me fast before I actually, like, you sometimes when we hear stuff from God, it's like oh, okay, that was God, let me just move immediately. And now you making stuff worse than what it, because you didn't get instruction on how to go about it. So I think that's really good. And I agree, too fast, because sometimes we have to clear our thoughts and we're so consumed with day-to-day stuff and distractions and things like that. So I think that fasting is really a great idea to just get that clear answer on what exactly, God, how do you need me to go about this? You know what I'm saying? Because God could say, okay, you know, stop working, but it's like, today, you know, or like you said, 2 weeks from now, I need to know, is it 3 days from now, what is it? And I know for me, I actually went through a similar situation where God did tell me to stop working, well, to stop taking clients. And so I remember when I was actually at home and I was in my prayer, and God was just like, I need you to stop taking clients. Like, I need your chair empty. And I'm like, what do you mean you need my chair empty? This is my only income. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do every single day. And so when God was saying to me, no clients, I'm like, okay, well, God, what does that look like? Because I have bills that are due. And so I know for me, I went back to God and just got the instruction that I needed. And God was basically letting me know that I need you still. You're moving too much. And so that's why God had me sit down from really working every day, because when you're just constantly working, you're not realizing that you have so many different things that your mind is racing, number one. You're not spending that quality time like you should be with God. You need to build up that intimacy, because you have so much that you're doing in one day. And so being still and really just having that time with just you and him, you're able to build up your relationship. And I know during that time, I told God, I said, God, you want me to stop working? I need you to cover every bill. Because if I'm not bringing the income, I have kids that I have, you know what I'm saying? I have things, I have a household to keep running. So I remember, y'all, during that time, God kept every bill paid. And he told me that every bill would be met. And we have to learn how not to be prideful, because just because we know that the bill is going to be paid, sometimes we get prideful and we say, I don't want people to help me, because it's like, that makes me look like I don't really got it, and I'm so used to having it. Like, I'm used to being the, you know, like, the breadwinner. There you go. The business. And it's like, yeah, but this season, that ain't it. This season, you have to sit down, listen to me, listen to my voice, and have other people help. And so I remember I was just like, this is a test right here. This is definitely a test of my pride. And I saw how prideful I was. And I was able to say, okay, God, now I see there are certain things that I have to let go. I cannot be prideful. I cannot keep saying, oh, God, you know, do it for me, do it for me. And it's like, yeah, well, I'm sending it on the way through certain people that you may not want it to come through. So you're just not receiving it.
If I'm being honest with you, Bess, I gotta be honest. If I got some news like that, then, like, it would have took me a minute to go back to God because I wouldn't want the answer.
Yeah.
And I would have delayed it if I'm just being honest. I have to be transparent. I would have delayed it because I wouldn't want the answer because what is you talking about?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense to me, especially because I'm the type of person, I need to know how long I'm finna do something. Yeah. Don't tell me to do something without the rest of the details. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that, and that's what turns people away from God in their walk, because they like, he told you to leave this, and it's like God tell you to leave relationships, he tell you to leave jobs, he tells you to leave some stuff that you like, I'm sorry, what? And so I know, like, for me, it's so crazy because for like our personalities, for her it makes the most sense. Like I know, like, you went back and stuff like that. For me, God literally had to stop my creativity, literally have me where I literally am so in a place where I cannot pick up my camera. And that was something that happened to me where it's like you gotta refocus like your direction and your brand. I'm like, no, this works. Yeah, I know how much I can make, I know how much I can accumulate, and I don't have nothing to fall back on because that wasn't the plan. Like, this is what works for me right now, and I have access to these things, to these people, and you're trying to tell me no, mental health, take this time. And it's like you're dealing with a world that's like, if you go missing, you're forgotten about. They not sitting like, and luckily enough, you have people that still support you, but it don't be the same when you try to come back like, hey everybody, I'm back, and they like, that's cute, you know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine being an attorney telling your clients like, hey, give them to somebody else, or not taking on a big case when it comes to you and being like, no, and you got this bill and this due tomorrow, and then the way God does stuff, you thinking like, oh, by midnight a check finna drop, but then no, God will have it go all the way into overdrive, and then have somebody
sometimes he
fired because to clear the thing.
Really testing your faith to see, do you have faith in me?
That's
for real,
right there.
And when I tell y'all, when God told me to stop taking clients, this went on for 7 months.
Of no taking clients?
No clients. 7 months. I was sitting there like, what is even happening?
So in that time when you could have been taking clients, what were you doing? Was you literally like, if you had 5 clients and it took 5 hours, was that 5 hours just Jesus?
I was literally on my face during that time. Like, I was on my face, I was in prayer, that was my biggest, but I will say that's what birthed ministry for me. That's when I started walking into ministry. That's when, like, everything started to kind of just unfold for me. And it was just like, oh, because sometimes we so focused on one thing that we're not realizing God wants you to move. And you're not moving. You're staying still. You're stagnant. You're not going nowhere, and you're wondering, God, why am I not going nowhere? But it's because you're so focused on this one thing. And I was so focused on makeup, client. I'm bringing in fast money, and God's like, no. But how are you being a good steward of your finances? Because you're not even tithing. You're not even giving me what you owe me.
That's good.
So now I'm gonna snatch it, and I need you to refocus. And I said, well, God, I know your voice. I know you now. I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna get back. And that's when ministry was birthed. So once because God told me I was going to go walking into ministry, and I'm like, to do what? Like, I know, we know, like, okay, we here to live, for God. Like, it tell the people, about the gospel, great news. It's like, but I never saw me as an evangelist, I didn't see myself as these things.
Wow. No, that's good.
So, girl, listen.
That's good.
Trust God, because you never know. You don't know what he's trying to do through you, you know what I'm saying, in your life. So, I think that just really, like my best friend said, fasting, really, really taking that time to be self-disciplined and also to sacrifice.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's so crazy because I know for me, y'all, I went through a depression. Yeah. I wasn't on my face. I was ticked off because I was so mad I could not create how I normally would. I was so mad that my flow wasn't flowing how I wanted it to go. Yeah. And then I was being like pushed and nudged into ministry, and I'm like, God, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to do this, like, and it wasn't, I'm not saying like it was like a force, but I'm saying like I'm doing stuff. You know how you in church and you like, yes, God's gonna do some great things. You like, but I want to be in church like, yes, my bank account just we popping happened, and it wasn't given that. It was given dead. It was given. I'm telling you, for literally like for months upon months, that it went on for so long that even when it was probably time for me to get out of it, I couldn't even do nothing because I was so. And I was so angry. I was so mad. So I would just advise anybody not to go that route. I would suggest the route of being on your face, trusting God, because there's benefits in it. And if he does stuff that's tailored to his children, so for me, that's what had to happen for me. And my mindset would have been like, God, if you wanted me to spend more time with you, like, before you told me to quit, like, you know how you said, like, it was for me to, you know, be still. I would have been like, my thought process is like, well, God, why not just tell me to spend more time with you while I'm doing makeup? You know what I'm saying? But then it make you think about, like, did you get warnings before then? Yeah. You know? Or, like, was it literally something that never crossed your mind?
Always being tired, drained, fatigued, going to God like, God, why am I so tired? Girl, what? I'm literally, like, I'm showing you these things and you're just totally ignoring every single thing. People coming into my workspace and like it was y'all, when I tell y'all, I was doing stuff through my chair like prayer, people crying out of nowhere, asking me for advice, and like, I don't know, it just seems like you just really would know some things about God, and I just did it, and I'm like, huh? Like, girl, and this time, y'all, I'm in the streets, like, I'm like, what is happening? Like, of course I believe God, of course I trust and know, like, you know what I'm saying, because that's just, I already had my relationship with God, but I wasn't in my walk the way that I needed to be in my walk. I was not faithful to him the way I needed to be. But I'm like, God, why these people keep coming in here talking about you need advice? Girl, I need my own advice. Like, I need God to show me some things. But yeah, he did a thing, and here we are. Yeah. Here we are.
Literally. Literally. And I would just say too, like, it's not gonna be easy, and I will never tell anybody in any type of way that this walk with the Lord is easy, because like I said, life be happening, bills happen, unexpected things happen to family around you. When you stop doing something, and let's say you are the person who send the money to your family in Africa, etc., and you can't send it, now they got an attitude, now they ain't talking to you, now it's family drama, now you're getting calls and family meetings and family Zooms, and you're trying to tell them, who may or may not have a relationship with God, that God told me to stop. They're gonna look at you like you are out of your mind. And I can't imagine being an attorney, and like I said, you got your colleagues, you got everybody that's like, I'm sorry, what? And then to be in that still place, and you're like still, you're in this bubble, and you watching life around you kind of move. It seems fast because you're not moving, you know, at all, it seemed like. But it's like, eventually, you know, it, like we said, it's something bigger that comes out of it. It's just like, it really is like a faith process. And you really have to like train up your spirit, and you have to have people around you that can keep you uplifted. Because if not, if you got your girlfriend around you that's like, well, why you doing that, girl? You know what I'm saying? We can do some Uber Eats from 8 to 12. I'll sit with you. And you know, the side hustle that I'm doing, and you know, they hiring at my job, and it's just like, no, God told me completely not to work at all. So I think, of course, accountability, and just vulnerability. Like, you gotta be vulnerable with God and tell him, like, God, I'm mad. Like, my college just got the biggest case, just got 500,000. The commission would have been this. I could have did this and that and the other. And it's just like, like it's not gonna make perfect sense. You just gotta trust the process. But you got two different routes you could take. He can either tell you and you willingly quit the job, or he will stop the job. And I am a living example of stop the job, where I'm telling you, I really couldn't pick up nothing. You got everybody that's like, well, what's going on? What's going on? You like, I don't know. Like, do it so his way. I would suggest the way that she went for an easier flow. But again, hey, sometimes you hard-headed.
We got fasting, being vulnerable.
Yes.
We have trust in him. Trust his process, not your process, his process.
Yes.
Yes. Be faithful. And be faithful. And make sure you're on your face. Pray yourself through, girl. Pray yourself through. Accountability, having the right people around you. You know what I'm saying? Those who's going to keep you going, keep you encouraged, uplifted, you know, and let go of pride. Don't be prideful. Please, when people trying to help you, when they trying to pay a bill, when they trying to, if God sent them, let them do what they're supposed to do, because it's part of their obedience too. We don't realize that obedience goes both ways. So sometimes if you're not accepting of something and you're like, oh no, you're hindering their obedience as well.
Come on.
So
you blocking their blessing.
You blocking a blessing, girl.
Don't be that person.
So yeah, so that's our advice. I think that this was a really good breakdown. I definitely wish you all the best. I'm praying all the best for you, and yeah, that's about it. You have anything else that you want to say?
No, I'm just want to say I love you, and you got this, girl.
Yes.
Or boy, man, you got this.
You got it.
You can do it.
No, yeah. So it was definitely great talking with you guys. We're going to be doing these type of videos a lot more. If y'all love seeing them, please let us know. And also, do not be shy or embarrassed to send us DMs with whatever you need advice on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it raw. And prayerfully, y'all sending us some stuff that's like not too explicit. You know what I mean? We could clean it up though.
Yeah.
If it's a little, you know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. Just go on, send it. We're not gonna, you know what I mean?
We're gonna be we've been really prayerful about the topics that we touch on. So yeah, if it's meant for us to discuss it, it will pop up how it's supposed to, and you'll literally word it exactly how it is, because he's intentional. So it'll all work out in full circle. So again, y'all can DM us. I am just Ari and Sade Janine on Instagram.
Yes, so I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon.